Hey, in this video I'm going to do a dive into the suburb of Overland Park, Kansas. I'm going to go over the location, some of the main attractions, the top reasons to live there, and also go into a current housing market report. So, let's go ahead and get into this right now. Hey, if you're new to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Kansas City, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, then just subscribe below, hit the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the market in Kansas City. I'm Scott Kellenberger, and I get calls, texts, emails every week from people just like you that want to make their move to the Kansas City area. I absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 2 weeks or 20 weeks, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'll help you make a smooth move to Kansas City. All my info is in the remarks section below. Okay, so let's get into this dive into Overland Park, the suburb of Overland Park, Kansas. So as you can see on the screen here, Overland Park is a pretty large area. It really kind of runs north to south. It's really big north to south. There's North Overland Park, kind of up here north of I-435. And then you've got South Overland Park down here, south of I-435. Now, if we zoom out just a little bit, let me turn that back off. You'll see in relation to the rest of the city. So Overland Park, again, it's kind of on the south side of Kansas City. Downtown Kansas City would be right here. There's downtown. So Overland Park, south of downtown. So from North Overland Park, it's a pretty short drive to downtown or to the Country Club Plaza here, which are both great areas with lots of awesome things to do. So you got like probably a 10 to 20 minute drive to downtown or the plaza from just about anywhere in North Overland Park here. From South Overland Park, it's a little bit of more of a drive. You got 69 highway here that turns into 35 and takes you downtown, or you can cut over on Shawnee Mission Parkway to the plaza. And doing that from South Overland Park, you're looking at 20 to 30 minute drive to downtown. Of course, that depends on traffic. If traffic is really bad, then it might take a little bit more than that. But it's a pretty good location in relation to downtown and the plaza. Not terrible drives to get to those two really awesome spots in the Kansas City metro area. I didn't cover, but as far as the airport, there is quite a drive up to the airport. So Kansas City is a brand new airport. It is absolutely phenomenal. I just flew last week for the first time in and out of the new airport. It is up here on the north side of Kansas City. Overland Park is way down on the south side. So if you're somebody who's going to be traveling a lot, using the airport a lot, you do have quite a drive. You would have to take 69 to 35 and kind of cut up on the highways this way to get all the way up to the airport, or you can also kind of swing around on 435 and come in that way to get to the airport. But you're looking at a good 40 minutes to 60 minutes to get from somewhere in Overland Park up to the airport as far as driving goes. So Overland Park, let's take a look at some of my favorite, zoomed in a little too much there, favorite things in Overland Park. So one of my favorite things on the very, very south side here is the Overland Park Arboretum and Botanical Gardens. These are absolutely beautiful grounds and gardens. The picture speaks for itself here. It's just gorgeous. Great place to go for a walk, take your dog, go on a picnic. There are paths through the woods, walking trails, there's art, there's sculptures. There is just so much awesome stuff to take a look at the Overland Park Arboretum and Botanical Gardens. So just really, really fantastic place to visit and to spend some time. So that's again on the very south side of Overland Park. Another thing I really like in Overland Park, let's see here. Well, it's technically not in Overland Park. It's also on the south side here is Heritage Park. This is a very large park, tons of youth sports fields, a pond, shelters, playgrounds, so you can fish in the pond. There's an old silo there. It's really cool, very picturesque. Really, really great large park. Again, playgrounds. Great for like a family outing or to get together with friends for a picnic or a barbecue. Heritage Park is awesome. They also have a really good off-leash dog park there at Heritage Park, so great place to take your pet. Other things in Overland Park that I really like the Deanna Rose Farmstead. So I have young kids, and it is awesome for taking the kids to it. I'm trying to find it here. Where did it go? Let me just type it in here. Deanna Rose, there it is. So Deanna Rose Children's Farmstead. Really, really nice, basically petting zoo, but it's so much more than just a petting zoo. There are all kinds of animals. You can feed the goats, you can bottle feed goats, you can go fishing, playgrounds. Lots of animals to look at again. So you've got bald eagle, bobcats. Watch the cows get milked. I mean, there's so much to do here. It's a farmstead. There's all kinds of awesome stuff. Kids love it. I love it. Just a really nice place to go. And then they also have playgrounds there. They have a blacksmith shop. There's a mining camp. The kids can mine for stuff. If you want something that's more up your alley, if you're into yoga, there's goat yoga at different times. So much to do. They have a big barn with a big slide. Love taking the kids to Deanna Rose. So those are some of the things that I enjoy doing activity-wise. But Overland Park also just really has a lot of great retail, shopping, and restaurants. So you've got the kind of the mainstays of Walmart, Target, Costco, Sam's Club. You got those things for big needs. There's a lot of fantastic local grocery stores, Hy-Vee, Price Chopper, Hen House. Just some really good local grocery stores kind of spread all throughout Overland Park. You're not going to be far from one no matter where you're living in Overland Park. There is the Town Center Plaza, kind of right on the border of Overland Park and Leawood here. Here, let me zoom out and I'll show you kind of in relation to everything else. So Town Center Plaza is going to be kind of right in this area, kind of eastern Overland Park, right on the edge, kind of in Leawood a little bit, but kind of north to south, it's central Overland Park. And it's just a great kind of upscale retail and shopping and restaurant area. So technically Leawood, but you've got Joe's Kansas City Barbecue, which is one of the top barbecue restaurants in Kansas City, which also makes it one of the top barbecue restaurants in the world. Right there. As far as other great barbecue restaurants in Overland Park, Q39 South, very, very highly rated, absolutely fantastic barbecue. Love Q39 South. My personal favorite though, Joe's, Q39, and Jack Stack, I would say are the kind of the consensus top three in Kansas City. You're going to get lots of different opinions because there's about 50 amazing barbecue restaurants in Kansas City, but they're kind of the consensus top three. You can throw in some old mainstays like Arthur Bryant's or Gates, and other great small joints. But Q39, Joe's, and Jack Stack. So Jack Stack is my personal number one. It is my favorite barbecue restaurant in the world. Absolutely fantastic all around. Can't go wrong with anything on the menu. And that's located in North Overland Park at 95th and Metcalf there. So Overland Park, you've got great restaurants, great shopping, great barbecue restaurants. A lot to like about it. Now, why live in Overland Park? Well, all the things that I've already mentioned, but I do want to talk a little bit more about the schools. So Overland Park has excellent public schools. So you have the Blue Valley School District, which is in South Overland Park. So again, South Overland Park would be below, south of 435 here. And the Blue Valley School District, some of the things that they've got on their website here. They're super highly rated. Niche.com has them extremely highly rated. I pulled it up. You look at niche.com, it's like an A+ for every school in the district. Blue Valley North, Blue Valley West, Blue Valley Northwest, and then you go down to the middle schools and the elementary schools, Lakewood, Sunset Ridge, Oak Hill. Every single one of them. I can just keep scrolling. A+, 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 A+. The schools are absolutely phenomenal, top to bottom, not just the high schools, but the middle schools and the elementary schools. So no matter what age your kid is, if you want them to get an excellent public education, South Overland Park, the Blue Valley School District, is really as good as it gets in the state of Kansas, and even, nationally. They're ranked 69th out of the top 100 districts in the country. So they're a top 100 school district in the entire country, according to niche.com. And they've gotten tons of awards, national awards, blue ribbon awards for different schools in the district. So North Overland Park, you've got the Shawnee Mission schools, and those are also very, very highly rated. Shawnee Mission East, Shawnee Mission West, Shawnee Mission North. Some of those are in Overland Park, some of them are kind of on the borders, so it just depends on your exact location in North Overland Park which of those schools you'd be at. But the Shawnee Mission schools are also really good, high quality public schools in North Overland Park. So very safe, very clean, very nice, down to earth, friendly people in Overland Park, Kansas. It really is one of the best places to live, one of the best places to raise a family. So I do want to go into a little bit of a market report here. First, kind of overall, just to give you an overview, the median household income in Overland Park, Kansas is around $92,000. That's the median household income for the entire Overland Park city. Now, as far as the housing market is concerned, the housing value, so the median home value in Overland Park, Kansas. So here's a chart showing the last 5 years. So median home values have risen quite a bit in Overland Park, in Kansas City as a whole, and nationally over the last 5 years. But you can see so far in 2023, values are staying pretty steady from what they were in 2022. That's probably not going up like we have seen in past years just because of the interest rate being a little bit higher. We also are just now getting into the busy housing season. We're at the end as I'm recording this video, it's the end of March, and April, May, June are the 3 biggest months for homes to be bought and sold in Overland Park and in Kansas City as a whole, as the weather is getting nicer coming out of the winter. And so I do expect that this median price is going to be up year over year from 2022 to 2023 still. But you can see, let's go to the actual data. 2022, the median home price in Overland Park, Kansas was $425,000. So that was for all of 2022. So far, that's been the case in 23. But again, I expect this number to increase now that we're into the busiest home selling season. And then the average prices, I just flipped tabs over to the average prices. So the average is going to be higher because you do have some really high-end homes in Overland Park that bring the average up. And you don't have a lot of lower-end homes. So the average prices are right around that $500,000 mark for the average home price. Again, the median home price, though, is $425,000 as of last year. So I do want to quick point out an important difference and talk a little bit about the market differences based on your exact location in Overland Park. So this is showing every sold home in the last 3 months in Overland Park, Kansas. Okay, last 3 months. These are the homes that have sold. All right, so you can see we've got North Overland Park and South Overland Park that I just want to differentiate between for you here because there's a big difference in the prices, and I'll go into why that is. So North Overland Park, South Overland Park, let's go into what's going on in these kind of 2 different areas. So again, some of the benefits to being in North Overland Park would be proximity to downtown and the plaza. So again, North Overland Park here, the Country Club Plaza is right over here. It's a really nice shopping, restaurant, really fun area to walk, just really walkable. So that's really close, right? It's a short drive from just about anywhere in North Overland Park to get to the Country Club Plaza. 10 to 15 minutes, right? So very easy to get to the plaza. It's also pretty easy to get downtown. You hop on I-35, and again, it's 10-15 minutes to get downtown. If you live kind of up here, it's maybe going to be a little bit longer. If you're down here, maybe closer to 20 minutes. And that's going to depend on traffic. But if the interstate's really bad because of rush hour, you do have the option of taking other roads because you're close enough to get to the plaza or to get to downtown, and you avoid the really bad rush hour interstate traffic. So that's one benefit to being in North Overland Park. There's not a huge downside. The schools are not so South Overland Park has the Blue Valley schools, which are pretty much considered the top schools, public schools in the area. North Overland Park is Shawnee Mission, which is still very good schools. There's nothing wrong with the schools in Shawnee Mission School District. But that does explain a bit of the value difference. So you're going to see here in North Overland Park home values. So $315,000 for a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, just under 1,600 square foot home. Okay, $350,000 for a 3-bed, 3-bath, 1,300 square foot home. Here's a higher price one, $424,000. That's for a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot home. But you're going to get some lower ones. You're going to have some older, smaller homes. Here's a 2-bed, 1-bath, 784 square feet for $246,000. It sold last year. Here's a 2-bed, 1-bath for $240,000. That sold. Here's a $241,000 bath, 2-bed, 1.5 bath for $241,000. You kind of have some older neighborhoods because the city, again, if we zoom out from downtown, the city has grown out over time with the suburbs expanding and growing. And so here closer to downtown, you're going to have some older neighborhoods, some smaller homes, and so your values are going to be a little bit lower. Here's a 2-bed, 2-bath for $320,000. Here's a 4-bed, 3-bath for $340,000. You can just see $360,000, $305,000. Here's a larger one for $570,000. So you've got some more expensive ones when you get further south and you get in some of these neighborhoods that have bigger homes. And in some of these neighborhoods further south, mostly it's just you got a lot bigger houses, and you do have some new builds going, some tear down and new builds going on down there. The more north you are, you're gonna have those a little bit older, a little bit smaller homes, and you're gonna see prices be more affordable. Here's $170,000 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. Here's $270,000 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. That's going to be the difference in condition, right? One of these is really nice and updated, one of them's not. Here's a 3-bed, 1-bath for $228,000. So obviously there's going to be other differences between just the size and bedrooms and bathrooms. The condition matters, exact location matters, but just generally speaking, your home values are going to be a little less up here in North Overland Park. Now, South Overland Park, again, it's going to be a little bit newer homes and bigger homes and a premium school district in the Blue Valley School District. So your values are going to be more. Where up here, you're going to see some homes in the 200s and the 300s. A lot of homes in the 200s and 300s. Down here in South Overland Park, you're going to see more 400s and 500s. Here's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,400 square feet for $413,000. Here's a 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,300 square feet for $500,000, right? $565,000, $475,000. I'm just randomly picking these. $1.3 million, $620,000, $425,000, $468,000, $712,000, and then when you get really far south, you get into a lot of really new homes. So you're going to see more 700 homes in the 600s, 700s, 800s, 900s for these brand new construction homes on the really far south. So far south, you've got a lot of brand new construction, really nice, really big homes in the 7s, 8s, 900s. Kind of not far south, but just South Overland Park is where you're going to see more 500s, 600s, 700s. Still newer homes, nice, updated. You might get some that are in the 400s. And then kind of the middle range here. So closer to 435 again, you're going to have a lot of 400s and 500s for your home values in South Overland Park. So that kind of gives you an idea of home values. This is from the last 3 months, so this is pretty fresh data on what homes are selling for in Overland Park. Like I already talked about, just a refresher, the median home price was $425,000 in Overland Park last year. But you've got, as you can see, there's a wide range. Overland Park is a large geographic area. There's a big difference between, a 2-bed, 1-bath older house in North Overland Park, that you can get for $250 versus a brand new construction 5-bed, 5-bath home for $850,000 or $1 million in far South Overland Park. So quite a range. Pretty much any budget, we can find something for you here somewhere in Overland Park. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a phone call. If you're ready to move, whether it's in 2 weeks or 20 weeks, I am here to make your move a smooth one to the Kansas City area. Overland Park is a great option within the city, but there are also many other suburbs and areas of Kansas City that are really great to live in, and I can help you figure out which one is best for you. So if you're interested in Overland Park or anywhere else in the metro area, reach out to me, and I hope you found this video helpful.